Hey everyone, my name's Christy. Welcome to my corner. Thanks for joining me today for Flosstube 135. I just talked for like 3 minutes and I hadn't hit record. Like my camera went away and I'm like, what's going on? Oh, I didn't hit record. I was just talking. It's my practice. Anyway, my name's Christy. Welcome to my corner. Thanks for joining me today for Flosstube 135. It's going to be one of those days. I have so much to talk about today. I have stitching. I have tons of stitching. I have happy mail. I have purchases. I have my bingo card. I'm picking my giveaway winner. I have plans and travel plans and all sorts of different things, and new hair and an almost empty cup of coffee. So this is where we are right now. But before we get to any of that, I want to welcome my new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me on my artistic adventures. I feel like I've done this already. And welcome back to anyone who's been hanging out with me for however long you've been with me. It's been great to get to know you in the comments here on YouTube and also on Instagram. And if you're not following me on Instagram, you can find me at Dr._Christy. I just can't get over the fact that I didn't hit record. You can find that my Instagram down below. And I also have 2 Etsy shops. I have my Christy's Corner Needlework Etsy shop. I sell sort of medieval inspired patterns and temperature patterns, and you can find that down below. Also, those are digital. And then I have a spoolery shop where I take vintage wooden spools and other vintage sewing paraphernalia and make home decor and jewelry and sewing things and stuff like that, and finishing kits and stuff like that. And that is where you will find the finishing kits for my chicken series, my chicken garland series. And just FYI, I will be traveling for the next few weeks. And so my spoolery Etsy shop will be going on vacation on the 9th, March 9th, 2025. And so if you want something ordered before then, it'll be shipped out on the Monday, the 10th, which is, I think, the 10th. I hope I'm getting my dates right. And if I'm not, I'll put it right here. I'll fix it if it's not. But if it's correct, I won't put anything there. And I will be... and then we'll ship them out on Monday because I'm the fulfillment. My husband is like the shipper, but I'm the fulfillment. And I will be back on the 20th. I'll be back in the United States on the 20th, but we'll open back up on the 20th or the 21st. So it's not like a permanent thing. It's just because I won't be here to ship things out. So keep that in mind if you want something from one of my shops. And this is the channel about embroidery and cross stitch, other textile crafts, and history and the history of all those things. So if you're interested in any of that and want to hang out with me, I'd love to have you stick around. I've been talking for 3 minutes and I haven't gotten anything. So let's start with the giveaway from last week, 2 weeks ago. So I am having a little prosperity hen series. Michelle has been out for about a little over a month. And now I have just released Denise. And Denise is named after my friend Denise over at Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. And I did a giveaway for her in my last Flosstube, in my last video. And I asked you to say the word cluck. So I've already picked the winner. So I will flip you over to my computer screen and you can see the winner, and I'll see you on the other side. Hi everybody. Okay, so we are going to choose a winner for my Denise pattern, my Denise chicken. I have the link here. I have the word cluck, and I already did my sum, and we have 12 unique comments. So let's pick a raffle winner. I can never remember if it's like below or above. Okay, it's below. Yeah. DLNY Tube. You are really on a roll. Love all the stitchy stuff, and well, cluck. Thank you so much. If you could shoot me a message on Instagram or send me an email, you can find my email address down below. I will get that pattern off to you. And yeah, back to my corner. So there you go. Congratulations. Please send me a message on Instagram or an email. You can find my email address down below, and you can get your own Denise. And I will send you your own Denise. And if anyone else is interested in Denise, I will, she's available in my Christy's Corner Needlework Etsy shop. she's available. I'm going to try this again. She's available in my Christie's Corner Needlework Etsy shop, which is listed down below. I almost just dropped her in my coffee. I almost dropped her in my coffee. All right, let's now go into stitching. Stitching, I'm so excited. You're going to see some deep dives into the whips. Deep dives into the whips. So first, let's look at the things that I have been working on. The first thing I've been working on, and kind of my focus, because I am the weakest link, is my Ink Circles Round Robin. And this is Rachel Ray of Rachel Ray Crafts piece. It is the Forest Path by Ink Circles. I'm also doing this with Stitchy Knot Tea and Crafty Whitney, who is not on Flosstube. And I don't know if Stitchy Knot Tea is making Flosstubes anymore. I haven't seen her in a long time. But I have been focusing on this, and I am so close to being finished. And of course, I'm the last one. So all I have left to do is fill in that light green. And that light green is, let me get out the bag. The light green is Secret Garden by Coloring Cotton. Can you see it? There we go. Secret Garden by Coloring Cotton. This is all on the called for floss, and it's on a 40 count Zweigart Newcastle cream. There we go. So that is this project. And I am almost done. My goal is to finish it this weekend. And Rachel is in Ireland, and she just got Stitchy Knot Teas from me. So it takes a little bit longer to like ship. But isn't that looking so good? I love this one. This one's so pretty. It's so pretty. So that has been kind of my focus piece, because this should have been completed in December. But I had a really rough year last year, and I lost my stitchy bug, and only recently got my stitchy bug back thanks to my chickens. Thanks to my chickens. So we have these chickens, and then I also did this chicken, which is my thread chicken, which is a freebie for my patrons from last month. So if you're interested in supporting my work and learning about some history stuff and learning about and getting sort of stitchy stuff from me, check out my Patreon. That's also linked below, and you can get this chicken. Oh, and we're working on a name for her. I've gotten some ideas in the comments, and we're gonna do a little poll over on Patreon. But yeah, so my stitchy bug came back because I am a product stitcher. Like, I need the dopamine of like finishing a project to like really feel, to get that like dopamine rush. Like, the stitching is nice and relaxing, but like the dopamine is like the finishing. And finishing these sort of 3 chickens in a short period of time really got me really excited. So the other thing I'm stitching is my Nuns Harvesting Phalluses. Now, this is part of my Medieval Marginalia series, and this is actually my second time stitching it, because I gifted the original model to my friend who teaches in the Bahamas. She's also a medievalist. This is not safe for work, so if you have children, move them away, and if you are offended by phalluses, then I'm not the channel for you, because Nuns Harvesting Phalluses is like one of my most popular patterns. So here is where I am. Look at that. So I have 2 little penises in the tree, and I'm working on the nun. And this is from a medieval manuscript. And I always get some like nasty comments about this one. It is what it is. I've gotten some nasty comments on Etsy too. This is culture though. This is from a medieval manuscript. And it is from a copy of the Roman de la Rose, which is a Romance of the Rose, which is a medieval allegorical tale that is very anti-woman. It's very misogynistic. But this version was copied and illustrated by a woman. And so she basically like, it's subversive. It's subversive medieval art. So there we go. So that's where I am on this one. And then on the back of this, I have my little puppacule. I love him. And actually, he is also available on my Patreon. I have not taken him down. So if you like my little puppacule or you like my little thread chicken, you can go find them on my Patreon. And that really supports me. And I want to thank all my patrons for their support. It helps me kind of do the things that I do. You know, as an educator, I don't make a ton of money teaching. No. And so, yeah, so thank you for all of your support. My patrons are wonderful, and we have such a nice community. And I like sharing things with people who want to learn about the things that I want to share. Okay, so speaking of Patreon, we're going to kind of switch to something else real quick because I have a bingo card. Now, I am not a resolutions kind of person. I'm not a resolutions girly. And so, but I saw on social media, someone that I follow was doing a bingo card, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm doing a bingo card. So I did a bingo card. We chose birds for marking off like what I did. And I did 2 and a 12th things this month. So this here is go on a date or travel with my husband at least once a month, because you kind of get into a rut and you forget to like spend quality time together. And so we went out on a date. We had sushi. And then this one right here, this little chickadee, I don't even know if it's a chickadee. It looks like a chickadee to me, who doesn't know birds. I shouldn't guess. This is number 9, which is donate clothes and shoes. So I went through my clothes and I got rid of a bunch of clothes that didn't fit me anymore, or I didn't love, or I wasn't wearing, and I donated them. And then this one over here is 20. So it's give a talk or lead a workshop. And last week I gave a talk about the history of women in work. And it was really interesting. And I'm thinking I'm going to record that talk and post it on my Patreon if anyone's interested. And I also taught them how to spin wool, because that is part of my research and my teaching is active and experiential learning. And so we talked about women in work. And then, of course, textiles are historically women's work and took up a lot of time and were like absolutely necessary work for the household. So I got 2 and a 12th things. And the fun thing is that in my travels, I'm traveling for work and I'm doing research, but I'm doing a workshop, a calligraphy workshop, and this pen right here is Learn Calligraphy. So I'm going to get that this month. So that's very exciting. And the reason why this is connected to Patreon is because I have this PDF on Patreon. So free members can choose either a Bayou Tapestry or a Stitchy themed. And my paid members, I will make you a card if you want one. With whatever you want on it. I've only had one person take me up on it, but I'm happy to do it. Offer is still open. Okay. And that is on Patreon. That's linked down below. All right. Now, deep dive. Deep dive into whips. Deep dive into whips. So my first deep dive whip is in my raw dino bag. I love this thing. This is my own, this is, my, so from my knick-knack expansion pack. And then I just made it like a whole like scene. I love it, with like a volcano and stuff. This was just freehand. I'm thinking about turning this into a pattern though, just for funsies. All right. But what's in here is, I'm so excited. I'm feeling very medieval. In fact, 3 of my 4 whips are medieval themed. Is Roz Clark Crafts Elephantine. I love these funky little elephants. Love it. So this I worked on for a little bit. And what helped me is that I printed it out. It's not Pattern Keeper compatible, and so I had it in a PDF, but the way the pattern is turned, it was just really difficult to use on my phone. To kind of mark it off. So I printed it off, and that really helped. But I'm super excited. I will show you where I am. And that's where I am. And so I did all of like what's on top of the elephant. since last time you saw it, which was ages and ages and ages ago. So here is where I am, and that's what I've done. And I like this because it's not a lot of colors. So it's a pretty quick stitch, although I did redo this section here. Was it that section? No, this section here. This sort of like orange, bright, darker orange section. That's 900. I redid that section because I had done it at my Granny Craft Club a couple weeks ago, which is when my friend and I get together at a local beer garden and eat pizza and drink beer and stitch. But I didn't bring magnifiers with me, or like my magnifiers didn't work. I don't know. There was something going on and it was terrible. It was like bulky and the stitches were terrible, terrible. So I pulled it out when I got home and fixed it. But there is my little elephant. So Elephantine by Roz Clark Crafts. And I love it. Love it. I changed the colors a little bit to match the picture instead of, but not a lot. It's basically just oranges and greens. So speaking of not a lot of colors, this bag was a gift from Jody at Trixie Tricycle. She sent this to me a few years ago, and it houses my largest project, which is a HAED, which is so many colors. So many colors. But I've been stitching on it. And I even bought 2 more colors. So, because I'm buying colors as they go along. It is a big girly. It is Lady and the Unicorn, which is a medieval tapestry. I am almost 17.5% done. And this is what I have. This is what I have. So I put in last weekend like 900 stitches into this. I did some confetti work up here, and then I rewarded myself with this big chunk of red and all of this red. All of that red I did. That was my reward. My reward for taking care of some of the confetti was that. But I'm very excited because, and this is going to sound really stupid, but like this right here has no spaces. And so what I'm doing is I'm kind of trying to fill this out so I can have no spaces. And so these guys here, I didn't have those colors. So now I have those colors, and then I'll have like this whole section with no spaces. And that feels very exciting to me. Feels very exciting. Yeah, so my goal is I'm going to start trying to work on this more often and do like, start with some confetti and then go into block. And I think I might do some, I want to do some black right here, some 310. Isn't that great? Isn't it great? So I've been working on this. Oh, you want to see my back? This is, I'm doing 2/1 on, this is 20 count. Off-white Aida. This was a prize. Well, this was part of a prize. I won Carrie and Stitch's 1,000 subscriber giveaway like a couple years ago. And this is what I bought with my 123 stitch gift card, was this fabric because I needed so much fabric. I am gridding it with heat erasable ink, and obviously called for colors, although I mess up all the time and I'm just like, whatever. Like if I don't put a red exactly where it needs to be, no one will ever notice. It has 227,000 stitches. 1,000 stitches in the wrong place will not even matter. But look at the back. She is chunky. She is a chunky bag. It is thick, which I really like because, but look at it, like it stands up. I like it though because this is a tapestry. This is a medieval tapestry and it feels like a tapestry and I love it. So I have taken this back out and you guys have not seen this in at least a year. But I'm feeling like I have my stitchy mojo back. I have my stitchy mojo back. And that is my stitching. That is my stitching. So I think next I'm going to talk about Happy Mail. I got 2 Happy Mails The first, oh, I'll wait until I come back up. The first happy mail is from my friend Kitty. And she messaged me and asked, so my first gift is from my friend Kitty. And she sent me this great card of glass work. And this is Chihuly. That's how I pronounce this glass artist. I might be wrong, but isn't that beautiful? So thank you so much. But she messaged me and was like, I have crocheted collars. Do you want them? And I'm like, yes, I do want them. And it's funny because I got these at work, and my student worker was there. It was on a Monday. My student worker was there. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to organize myself. Here we go. My student worker was there, and I showed her, and she loves vintage stuff. She wears lots of vintage clothing. She really likes the 50s, 60s, and 70s clothing. And she was entranced. Aren't they lovely? I kind of like them this way, and I don't know which way they're supposed to go, but I like them this way. So we have this little kind of natural color. We have a white. Beautiful. We have like kind of an off-white. Another white. These are so beautiful. They're all crocheted, and I can't crochet, so this is lovely. Another off-white and a black. And my goal is to turn them basically into like little necklaces. Like, how cute. How cute is that? It is so cute. So I'm going to turn these into little necklaces and make some art out of them, and we'll see how they end up. So I will keep you posted on that. But thank you so much, Kitty, for these. They will go to good use. And I think that they're on my board. I think this one, my card. This one is make lace necklaces. And that includes crocheted lace. So that is on my bingo card. Okay, the other gift that I got is from a non-stitchy friend, but a medievalist friend. Who is hilarious. He's like the funniest person I know. We've been friends for 20 years. Okay, this is also not safe for work. He got me Medieval Dick Pics 2025 calendar. Oh my God, that's so funny. So what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to start this series after I come back from my trip, but I'm going to go through and choose, this is January, I'm going to choose a picture, or, use the picture that's in the month. Do they all have two? Let me see. No, they don't all have two. So here is January. And I'm going to do a video on Patreon about this picture, because this picture is actually fascinating. And so I'm going to do that for each picture for each month. And I'll start that when I get back from the UK. So if you're interested in learning more about medieval dick pics, yeah, I'll help you with that. I'll help you with that. So this is the other gift that I got that my friend got me for my birthday. Hilarious. I love that, like, even in medieval circles, I'm the medieval dick pic person. I wish I could put this up in my office at work, and I cannot. So it's going to go in this office here. All right. So that is my gifts. Oh God, I can't even. That's my gifts. Let's talk purchases. I have a couple amazing purchases. So the most amazing purchase that I made, this was a total splurge, and I am not mad about it, as some of our friends say. I got the Jenny Aiden Christie book. So if you don't know who Jenny Aiden Christie is, she is an embroidery artist who she came up with her own technique for these 3D stump work embroidery kits. She does classes. She travels all over the world. She is amazing. And so this is, oh, I got it. I got a signed one I bought it directly from her. So it's signed. But if you like, look at this. That is an etui. So it has a, how does it work? Let me see if there are more pictures of it. No. This is a peacock etui. I know it has the, oh, okay. Yeah. So like the feathers come off, the back feathers, and it's like a needle book essentially. And I think it holds a, what's it called? A thimble. Here is a better picture. I mean, and then what's on the cover is the owl, and I found her because of the owl, which is also an etui. Can you imagine like being the person who decided that this is a thing that is possible in stitching? Like, can you imagine being that genius, brilliant, creative, talented person? I aspire to be half that creative, talented. It's amazing. I just don't even understand. But this one's amazing. Like the head comes off and you can fit things in it, and it's a pincushion. Anyway, I got this book. It is amazing. And the back has patterns. There are patterns for all the projects. This is a project book. So if I decide that I want to not be able to make things that look as nice as this, I could try. And it also came with a bookmark with the owl on it. Anyway, this is what I got. I got this. It's stunning. Stunning, 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 stunning. I also got more, hold on. That was going to be very loud. I also got needle darning, another needle darning book, because I really want to make slightly offensive lace, as you do. But this one came with some materials as well. So I got this. Is that all that's in here? Okay, so that's all that's in that bag. And then I went to Michael's and I got these stamps, these letter stamps that click together. I don't know what I want to do with them, but I just really love the idea of being able to make words. So I got those. And finally, sorry about the crinkling, I got a bunch of ink. So I got this black India ink, and then I got some acrylic ink in different colors, which I'm not going to show you all of it. But that is, they were on clearance, and I'm planning on working on calligraphy this summer, like kind of this spring into summer. And so having ink is probably a good idea. And it was on clearance, so I did that. Now I'm expecting to buy more supplies and stuff after my calligraphy workshop, but I didn't want to buy too much now, although I'm leaving tomorrow morning for an annual meeting of the Mississippi Historical Society in my state capital, which is about 3 hours away, 2.5, 3 hours away. And so they have a Joann there that is a liquidation Joann. So I'm definitely going to Joann before I come home on Friday. And I will probably do a Joann haul depending on how much I get. But one of the things I want to look for is calligraphy stuff on like super clearance, hopefully. I'll look for other things too, but that's kind of the goal. And those are my purchases. Those are my purchases. So real quick, let's talk plans. I do have a lunch meeting at 11:30, and I think I'm getting close to 11:30. So I'm going to say this quickly. I plan on doing some stitching this weekend, which is really fun, but because of my travels, I don't quite know what I'm taking with me on my travels. It has to be something that isn't too fiddly, basically. So I think what I'm going to do is I have been working on, well, I think I might take my Nuns Harvesting Phalluses because that would be hilarious to stitch on the plane. And I think I'm going to take my Bayou Tapestry test stitches and get those ready and take those with me as well. If you don't know what those are, it's because I haven't showed you, but basically one of my goals is just, I want to stitch the Bayou Tapestry, which is this. This is part of the Bayou Tapestry, as are these two guys here. And I want to stitch the whole thing, which is 70 meters long. And they found a new piece. Now, I don't know, I haven't heard much about this, so I need to look into it, but they found a new piece of the Bayou Tapestry in someone's collection or in a museum, and they're sending it back to France. So we'll learn more about that, I'm sure, in the coming weeks, and I'll keep you posted on that. I've only seen it in a German article, so I don't have very much information. But anyway, yeah, my goal is to stitch the entire thing before I die. It's going to take until I die to do it, but I'm going to start it this summer. But I want to do some test stitches to make sure, well, first of all, to get back in the habit of stitching these stitches that are used in the Bayou Tapestry, making sure I'm comfortable with the materials, which is linen and wool, and also testing out which linen I want to use because there are different kinds of linen. So I can just buy all the linen that I need, you know, the 70 meters. Well, I wouldn't need 70 meters because it's only like 15 inches high. So I can buy half or a third of 70 meters, and that'll be fine. But I think I'm going to bring those test stitches with me as well, just because I could put them all in one bag and just kind of stitch this. I'm stitching the same thing over and over again just to test things. So that is my plans for like my stitchy plans. My travel plans are a lot, actually. I'm traveling a lot. So like I said, tomorrow I'm going to my state capital Thursday and Friday for an annual meeting of the Mississippi Historical Society. I'm on the executive board of directors, or maybe it's just called the board of directors. Anyway, I'm on the board for that. And then I'm back for the weekend. And then on Monday, the 10th, March 10th, I am flying to England. Now, I will be in England until the 20th. I'm coming home on the 20th. So from the 11th to the 20th, I'll be in England. I'm mostly stationed around London. I will be taking some trips because this is for research, and I am doing research on museum artifacts that can be recreated in a university classroom to teach the pre-industrial world. And so I'll be going... Anyway, so I will make an itinerary of where I'm going to be, and I'm going to post it on Patreon as a free, so my free members can see it. And basically, if you are in the London area or want to come to the London area and want to go to a museum with me and take pictures of artifacts with me, you're welcome to come. If you want to have lunch with me, my time is very flexible when I'm in London, and I'm also going to be in Canterbury for a day, and it's going to be very flexible. If you want to go out to dinner in the evening with me, I will be available. If you're in the area, I'm happy. I would love to meet you. I don't have a ton of time to travel outside other than what I'm already doing, and I will put that in my itinerary. And I will have I do have a UK phone number that I will be using. So if you're interested in getting together, you can send me a message on Instagram or email or whatever, and we can meet up, and I'll give you my number. We can text, whatever. So yeah, I'd love to meet up with people, and if not, that's fine, right? Like I will have plenty of grading to do, trust me. But I'd love to meet folks if you're in the kind of the southeast of England in the next 2 weeks. So you can find that itinerary on my Patreon. All right, that's it from me, I think. I think that's it from me. If I missed something, I'm sorry. I was going to make an outline for today, and I just didn't. I'm I just need to do this video. So I will get this edited and posted, And if you're interested in buying, nope, not that one. That's Michelle. If you're interested in buying Denise, you can find her in my Etsy shop along with all of my other patterns. If you're interested in my finishing pack, that will be, that you can purchase it until the 9th and then again on the 21st, and they will be shipped out. And if you have any questions, let me know. So thanks so much for watching. It's been great to talk to you. I don't know if I'm going to film while I'm away, but I might, who knows. And if not, I'll see you in a few weeks. And if so, I'll see you in a week or two. I don't know. This is when I just sort of talk. I talk and say goodbye. So thanks so much for watching. Please take good care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye.